I'm going to go for a walk. I have no idea how far. I am going to walk north, check out the trail conditions, the shelter conditions, the beautiful fall color, and I'm going to enjoy myself because I have no plan except to have fun. And as always, you're more than welcome to come along. And I couldn't have picked a better day. If I haven't said it before, I am glad to be out here. It's been far too long. Seems like I say that every time I go out. Just need to get out more often. But the weather is becoming more favorable for hiking in Georgia anyway. I mean, during the summer it can get blistering hot and humid. And yeah, I just don't like being sweaty all the time. So my preference is to hike in the cooler weather like this. So I've made it to the stealth camp at Cow Rock. It's a really nice place here. Very peaceful. Actually fell asleep for about an hour sitting in my chair while I was waiting for my phone to charge. Not sure what to do. I don't feel like I'll camp here. I might go over to Wildcat Mountain, which is right over there. But first I have to go down into Tesnatee Gap. I'd like to camp on Wildcat, but I don't have a whole lot of water left. Probably about 1 liter. It's probably not enough to cook with and have water for the morning, I'm not sure. Maybe some kind soul has left water down at Tesnatee Gap. I think I'm going to go at least as far as Wildcat. If I drink all my water before then, I may go down to Hogpan Gap because there's a spring there. That might be what I have to do. But only time will tell. But now that my phone's charged, I'm going to pack it up and hit the trail. Well, this is home for the night. Sometimes the best thing to do is just to stay put. And I wasn't feeling walking any further, so the amount of water I have will have to do. I've got the camp chair with the insulated seat cover and footstool. I'm enjoying that. And the old tarp. Haven't brought this out in a long time. Not as a standalone shelter anyway. I've brought it out as an awning for the hot tent. It would have been nice to go over to Wildcat, I guess, but I wasn't feeling it. I haven't slept much at all in the last 10 days. I'm just really looking forward to a good night's sleep and getting some rest. So, yeah, I think this will do. I think there's enough wood here for a fire. The last time I couldn't figure out how to get limbs up off this tree over here. But I've figured out a way to do it. And if I get ambitious enough to saw some of those limbs off, I'll show you how I do it. You can see the road down there in the center of the screen. That's Richard Russell Scenic Highway. Just past Tesnatee Gap. Tesnatee Gap is that little dip right down there. And the road goes on up to Hogpen Gap. You're glad I just told you all that? Is there anybody still with me? This has to be one of the most boring videos I've ever made, but at least I'm out here. And it's not a boring view, that's for sure. One of the nicer views in all of Georgia, in my opinion. At least on the Appalachian Trail. And over behind me, back behind my tent, isn't bad either. Tent, I should be saying tarp. A shelter, how's that? Yeah, I don't know if I'll start a fire. I don't know if I have that much ambition. I think the next thing I may do is eat with what little water I have. I think I have enough to ration a mountain house. Maybe have a couple sips of drinking water. And possibly a cup of coffee in the morning. Okay, so my choice is beef stroganoff, buffalo style, chicken mac and cheese. They're both good. I'm going to check them out and see if one requires more water than the other one does. Or less water, I should say. Well, they're both identical. They both require 13 ounces of water. I think I might have 20. I'm not sure. This is it right here. That's what I have to get me. Although I did fill up this bottle before I left. And when I got to the spring, I pretty much drank the rest of the bottle. So I've drank at least this much water today, and then maybe this much of what's left in the bottle. So I'm pretty well hydrated, but yeah, you can always use more when you're out sweating it out and hiking. So I could have a big Sir bar and not cook anything at all, but that would probably make me drink this whole thing of water right here. They're very good, but they make you very thirsty. It takes a lot of water to get them down. So I'm probably going to cook the buffalo style mac and cheese because it has more calories. Or I'm sorry, more protein. And I probably need that for recovery right now. So that's what I'm going to do. Having something spicy with only this much drinking water. What I've actually decided to do is make half of it. So I'm going to take half of this out of the pouch and save it for tomorrow when I have more cooking water. And yeah, so half of that cup should make half of this mountain house and give me that much to drink, which is about 8 ounces, I think. Because I have a feeling I'm going to be thirsty after some spicy food. Going strong. I think it's been what? 3-4 years now? Love this stuff. It's almost dark. It's about 7 o'clock and it's clouded over out there. Some of you may recognize this bandana here. But anyway, I'm going to call it a night. I'm exhausted. Absolutely spent. It's been a long couple weeks. But I'm glad to be out here. Glad to be relaxing. It was a beautiful day. I haven't checked the weather. Hopefully I'll have another beautiful day tomorrow as well. That remains to be seen. I wasn't as thirsty as I thought, so I've got all this to last. Maybe I'll take another couple sips before I go to bed. Maybe turn the rest into coffee and breakfast essentials. Who knows? But whatever I do, I will see you in the morning.